When talking about the Lakers, I'm always very careful not to throw the word bust out. People do it all the time. Lonzo's a bust, Ingram's a bust, bust. And I never throw that word out there. And the reason I don't throw that word out there, I always usually say they're just not playing. And the reason they're not playing up to par is because they want to get their coach fired. I'm on record saying that. I never called anybody a bust. And the reason I don't call anybody a bust is because these guys are young. I've been saying Lonzo Ball is a guy that's supposed to play up to par like this since last year. I've said Lonzo will have games like this. But there will be times when he has terrible games and people will call him a bust. I'm on record. Just search up Lonzo Ball videos from the year 2018. 2017, 2018, or whenever he got drafted. Look at my videos. His year one videos that I made. Lonzo will give you games where you're going to go, he's a bust. But then he does things like this, where he's guarding Russell Westbrook and shooting clutch threes, that makes you go, he's not a bust. Then it makes you lose your credibility, because then you go, he's a bust. He's not a bust. And then you have to protect your stance on calling him a bust when he's not a bust. Like a lot of clowns on YouTube that say Lonzo Ball's a bust. And now they're probably waiting until Lonzo Ball has a bad game to say that he's a bust again. And so then my thing is, how can you do basketball commentary like that? And so then what these clowns would do, a lot of these clowns, is that they would say, well, Lonzo Ball did good, but LeVar Ball said that he's supposed to be better than Stephen Curry. So they justify what LeVar Ball said to prove that Lonzo Ball is still a bust, even when he has great performances. I don't care what LeVar Ball said. I'm judging the man by his basketball skills. And by my eye test, he's not a bust. He's had bad games, but he's not a bust. Now we get to Brandon Ingram. I've never called Brandon Ingram a bust. What I've said is that Brandon Ingram has Carmelo Anthony tendencies. And so Brandon Ingram's play is becoming extinct. And by extinct, I mean that you're not going to get a paycheck by playing ISO basketball. Because if things go wrong, they're going to blame you. And that's why people call Brandon Ingram a bust. Now, having said all of these things about Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball, I'm going to say this. OKC, you lost to the Hawks. You lost to the Lakers without LeBron and Rondo. You guys got to get it together. Now, it's funny to me how Paul George said before the game, well, you know, we don't want cop-outs. We want the stars to play so we can have equal competition or whatever the case. And they lost. I mean, I guess the Lakers took it as, oh, so you're not going to take us serious because we don't have LeBron James? And they won. Now, the OKC Thunder have a lot of flaws. I mean, not a lot of guys can shoot jump shots on that team. Paul George, you can knock down a three-point shot. Russell Westbrook, man, that jump shot is looking scary. You're in a shooting slump, fine. But that jump shot is looking scary. Now, overall for the Lakers, LeBron James may come back in 3 games. He might come back in 10 games. Nobody knows for sure. I saw somebody say that LeBron James may miss a number of games that you don't even want me to mention right now. Hopefully he'll come back in 3, but at least the Lakers are holding it down. I mean, they're still in the playoffs, so they're an 8th seed. Just hold it down until LeBron James comes back. And man, that center they had, Zubac, this guy, man, he's an animal. Straight animal. Very inconsistent. But when he's playing up to par, he's an animal. So I will say this about the Lakers. The Lakers, they played great. I give them credit. Not as much credit as I would like to have given them, because the OKC Thunder are playing really funny right now. How do you lose to the Hawks? But erasing the Hawks, the Lakers did excellent. Great defense. Lonzo Ball looked inspired. And when Lonzo's playing like this, you add LeBron to the equation. No one's beating this Lakers team. But it's just what Lakers team is going to show up. The Lakers team that wants to get Luke Walton fired, or the Lakers team that wants to play like they have something to prove. Brandon Ingram played excellent. I will say this about Brandon Ingram. Learn how to pass the ball more, which you did do this game, I would like to say. Overall, I'm impressed. Josh Hart played a heck of a game. I mean, this Lakers team did good. Overall, I just... there's not much I can say. I mean, let me tell you guys that I was the first one to actually believe that the Lakers were going to get blown out their minds, because I didn't think that they were going to win in OKC. Especially when OKC has something to prove after losing to the Hawks. But this is a testament to hard work and just look at how these guys play when they're inspired. I mean, I'm assuming it's Paul George saying what he said that inspired this Lakers team. Now, when we add all things into consideration, again, this Hawks team needs to do something. Not the Hawks, this OKC team needs to really look at the mirror and say what is going on. Because when you lose to the Hawks and then you lose to the Lakers at your home, that's just simply not a good look. And I know this is a Lakers video, but the OKC Thunder, man, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. With that being said,